One down and 34 to go. Today I recorded another webinar, but today's webinar was one that I had done long ago. The last time I did this was in 2015. It was when I started my 510K course and 510K book, and I systematically went through the entire 510K process and created a whole bunch of webinars for each section of the 510K. Well, now that we've gone through that and a little time has passed, now it's time to re-record everything because some of those webinars have gotten a little long in the tooth, and the FDA's new eSTAR template is really necessitating making some changes to the content because some of it's become obsolete and some of it we do a little bit differently with the new eSTAR template. We actually enter the information right in the eSTAR's template instead of entering it at our templates. And then other cases, we're using our templates and then just attaching them. So I picked the oldest one to start with. The oldest one happened to be the Predicate Selection one out of all the webinars that are in our 510K course bundle. Like I said, there's about 35 webinars that are there. So when I was all done today, instead of it taking an hour and 3 minutes like it took last time, it took an hour and 1 minute. So maybe we have consistency, but what was covered in the webinar, number one, I showed you how to use the registration listing database to find companies, competitors, and products that are similar to yours. So if you know of a name of a competitor, you know of a name of a product, you can use that registration listing database to find the 510K number for that predicate device. Another thing that you can, sorry about this, my glasses are a little bit distracting here. The second thing that we can use the registration listing database for is to make sure that the predicate device you've selected is actively marketed and registered and listed with the FDA. So you don't want to pick something that isn't legally marketed in the US. You want to pick something that is legally marketed, and therefore you have to check the database just to make sure. The second database we covered was the product classification database, and we showed the differences between searching using the quick search feature versus using the advanced search feature. Because with the advanced search, you get fewer results for the same exact search terms. The third database we looked at was the TPLC database, the Total Product Lifecycle Index. And that gives you a lot of information about, is this predicate that I'm thinking about using, has it been recalled? Is it currently in the middle of a recall? What are the other predicates that I could choose from? Other 510Ks that have been issued for this product classification? What are the common problems that they see with these devices? And what kind of serious injuries or deaths do we see with these devices? And all of those things could trigger things that the FDA would ask to see in our testing for a 510K submission. I also showed you another way to search for predicates. Instead of using the FDA database directly, there is a software that we've started licensing. It's called Basal Systems. And Basal Systems has this really cool software that allows you to do quicker searches. It allows you to do a natural language algorithm search just like you do on Google instead of the Boolean searches that you get on the FDA database. And that Basal System software is much faster. You're able to download the documents with much increased speed, and it automatically creates a predicate tree for you, which is something the FDA has access to, but they won't share with companies. And then the next thing we covered was the I can't even read my own handwriting here. Sorry. We showed where the location of the predicates is found in a submission for a 510K. So you identify, there's a specific section in the FDA eSTAR template where you type in the predicate details. There's also several places in the submission that would be attachments where you might also reference those 510K predicates. So if you had to change the predicate, it's helpful to know very quickly where those can be found. Another thing that we covered is the strategic considerations for when you're trying to select a predicate. Rather than trying to pick multiple predicates that will cover all the different possible configurations of your product, sometimes the simple strategy is a better approach for your first 510K. Just get one configuration cleared and use one predicate. And then you can use your own device as the predicate for subsequent submissions and special 510Ks. We also covered what do you do when you can't find a predicate. So you have 5 different options that we covered there. And at the very end, I covered what's coming soon, because we already have the next 510K webinar in the queue. And the last item on the list was where you can vote for which ones you want after that. We actually created a poll in our YouTube community on the YouTube channel for Medical Device Academy. You click on the community link that's down below, and it will take you right to the poll, and you can place your vote for which of those 5 webinars you want to appear after the one that's next. So that's what we covered in today's webinar. Like I said, it was about 22 slides. It was an hour and 1 minute. It went very, very smoothly. And I think you'll be very pleased. Definitely an improvement over the previous version that we did 6-7 years ago. So I guess I'm learning and getting better at recording videos. But I hope that is helpful if you're trying to figure out, is this one I should buy? Am I going to be interested in the 510K course series? We're going to update all of them over the next 6 to 9 months. And we'll, as we record each one, we'll update the pages and tell you how it went. Thank you very much. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to click on the link below, the calendar link, and schedule a call with me. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.